Thanks, Kalen. Yesterday we mentioned the Blue Jays' potent offense when or if Donaldson and Smoke don't contribute. But the Blue Jays had the pleasure of witnessing a grand slam from Donaldson in the ninth inning, leading to a 7-1 blowout win over Baltimore last night. Things began in the top of the third when former Oriole Steve Pearce hit his third home run in his third consecutive game.
Pearce has been swinging a hot bat as of late, batting over .400 in his last 3 games. Josh Donaldson also stepped up to the plate with the score at 3-1 in the ninth inning and crushed the ball out of the park. Donaldson also stepped in at first base last night after Kendrys Morales left injured, making Jays fans wonder, is there anything Donaldson can't do? The story here is that the Blue Jays' victory came in front of a mediocre crowd in Baltimore.
Only 7,915 fans showed up for the chilly game last night, setting a new record-low attendance at Camden Yards. The Jays and the Orioles play again tonight. Aaron Sanchez is on the mound against Andrew Kashner. With the Blue Jays winning, Toronto sports fans will be happy to know the Raptors beat the Pistons last night 108-98 for their 59th win of the year. Jonas Valanciunas led the charge with a game-high 25 points. DeMar DeRozan had 16 points, and Jakob Poeltl had 12.
Dwayne Casey said after the game, the performance in the second half is who we are. We didn't set the tone in the first half, especially the second unit. We've got to hit on all cylinders to be successful, and I thought we did it in the second half.
And with the playoff picture looking like right now, as if Toronto would play Washington, but with Milwaukee moving into 6th place in the standings, if the Raptors beat the Heat tomorrow night, they could play Miami first round. The Raptors look to earn their 60th regular season win for the first time in franchise history.
The Raptors are up to the challenge to get that 60th win, much like Toronto FC are up for a heavy challenge in Mexico City tonight, leading 3-1 on aggregate against Club America in the CONCACAF Champions League second leg. Playing in the largest stadium in Mexico, the Estadio Azteca can be a hostile environment, holding up to 87,000 people.
And even despite that, Captain Michael Bradley said, "We're coming here to play and be aggressive. We want to score and go after the game and finish things off." Toronto FC and Club America have been fined an undisclosed amount for the altercation between the two sides in the tunnel at BMO Field in the first leg. According to the MLS, both sides violated Article 52 of the FIFA Disciplinary Code of Team Conduct.
I guess you could say tension is at an all-time high for tonight's game. Since the inaugural season of the CONCACAF Champions League in 2008, TFC are looking to become the third MLS side to reach the finals, since Real Salt Lake did in 2011 and Montreal Impact in 2015. TFC is also looking to become the first side to win it. And now over to Europe for the UEFA Champions League. The second leg of the quarterfinals kick off today with Roma against Barcelona in the Italian capital, and Manchester City are hosting Liverpool. Barcelona head into the match with a 4-1 aggregate advantage, looking to close out the tie. Liverpool look to hold on to their 3-0 advantage from their exceptional performance in Anfield in the first leg.
And then for tomorrow, the other matchups continue. German champions Bayern Munich have a 2-1 aggregate lead against Sevilla. Real Madrid return to the Santiago Bernabeu to seal the deal against Juventus, up 3-0 on aggregate. Former Italian World Cup winner and Juventus icon Alessandro Del Piero says that both Italian sides, Juventus and Roma, can still go through against their Spanish counterparts. He said anything can happen, even against great teams like Real Madrid and Barcelona. It will be difficult, but as an Italian and a Juventino, I hope they can go through. All kickoffs begin at 2:45 p.m. Eastern Time.
Over to the NFL. Yesterday in Los Angeles, Green Bay Packers wide receiver Trevor Davis was arrested for making a false bomb joke. The 24-year-old wideout was checked in at the Hawaiian Airlines counter. When asked about his luggage, he reportedly turned to his female companion and said, "Did you remember to pack the explosives?" Davis was then taken into custody. The Green Bay Packers are aware of the situation, but they have chosen not to comment further on the matter until the investigation is fully complete.
And Davis recorded 5 receptions for 70 yards for the Pack last season. That's all for sports so far. Now over to Jen for weather in Toronto today.